the castles, roughly how long that was ago. And, you know, you mentioned that some of them might really just be some new, fake old buildings that they just threw up to make us.
No, that shit old as fuck.
Yeah.
That shit thousands of years old.
Yeah. That one specifically.
Them castles been here. Them castles was here before Columbus ever came.
Facts. See, and that just to give you an idea of how we really used to live before they came. And I remember you saying once that, you know, we had cities. Not everyone lived in the cities, but we would like.
Most of us didn't. Most of us lived in little small towns and villages so that we can control our children's upbringing better.
Exactly.
And we can all help in raising the children as a community. That all of our cities was made in a circular form. All of their cities is always squared. That's how you know when they add some shit to ours, you can see the circle in the square.
Yeah. Yep. The high roofs.
Right.
Dome
Yep.
Roofs. Correct. I'm actually watching this series on Netflix with my girlfriend. It's called Rain. And it's about like the French and Scottish like rain with whatever. But watching it, you can draw a lot of like, you could, you know, take out what's for real and toss the bullshit. But it's easy to see that a lot of these really were like black people in royalty position. And like,
look, we got it all on ancient paintings on the wall. Nobody not looking at that shit. They talking about prove we been here. We got motherfucking statues of us being here.
Facts.
That's old as the pyramids in Egypt.
Facts.
Or older. We got fucking pyramids and giant mounds all over this bitch that we known throughout the annals of history as being the builders of that shit.
But guess what? No one's gonna go look because they have work, they got school, they in the cities, they caught up with life, they like in these concentrated areas and all this.
But we never use that as a pretense to look down on the person, but we felt that everybody wasn't gonna do it. So the ones of us that's looking at the shit everybody else not looking at, we gotta go look at that shit.
Facts.
Right? Because they not looking at it. Everybody not supposed to do the same job. Because if we was all doing the same job, shit, we'd be too cluttered to do the job.
For real. And like you said, not everybody's supposed to be doing the same job. Like everybody might actually have everybody do got a different task. And we hitting them from every side of this bitch. On God. On us.
Right. So at the part where I come in at is I say, okay, everybody that's doing it your way, use this battle cry, hashtag Free Larry Hoover, to fuck up the algorithms and hit them in the pocket and continue about your ordinary shit as you ordinarily would.
Facts.
Right? So you kicking them in the balls without really changing anything about what you already doing.
Facts.
That's some judo shit.
That's gangsta. For real. Yes, man. Uncle Rod, I'm gonna let you get somebody else in here, man. I appreciate you again, sending you all the love. You know.
Okay, that. I'll talk to you later.
All right, take care.
Yeah. Okay, this is gonna be the last one. Where you calling from? What's on your mind?
Alabama.
Alibaba.
Yeah. So I think we sent you some messages, but I've been seeing hawks for like 4 days in a row.
I think you got your speaker covered up because you sound muffled.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I said I've been seeing hawks like 4 days in a row. I don't know what that means.
It might not mean nothing, or it might mean something. It depends on what's the catalyst.
The catalyst.
Right? You got me coming in through the background. You got another computer on or something?
Hold on.
Oh, that's what that was. She had me on speaker. She buffering now. I'm just gonna answer her question. So she wanna know. She keeps seeing hawks. When you see things that get your attention, they mean something. But you got to take stock of what you thinking about when you see it, what you was doing right before you saw it, or where you was going, or where you was coming from. All of those things go into translating exactly what do the symbol mean. So it get your attention, it tell you it means something, but that's all you looked at. But you didn't look at what you was thinking, what you was doing, where you was going, where you was coming from. Then all of that stuff is like fine tuning what it means when you see certain stuff. They tell me Connecticut in the cut. Let's see what they do in Connecticut.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's just some of the parts. What's going on with you guys? What's going on? Where you calling
What's going
from?
on, Peace,
What's
God?
on your mind?
What they do?
Peace, hello.
Hey, hey. So where y'all calling from? What's on y'all mind?
We calling from Connecticut.
We're in Connecticut. It's raining bad.
Yeah, but it's nice.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's the water. Well, that was a flip.
Yeah, we are ready.
Yeah.
We've been telling everybody like what's going on. We trying to keep we just send them all your lives. To be honest,
Facts.
it's the best way to catch everybody up. But
Get you up, right? Righteous.
Oh, we gotta get in the light.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, but so the question I had, because last time we was on live, I was at work. You was talking about the birth of a god. I was hoping you could expound on that.
Back into the mitochondria and the DNA and the birth.
Okay, so you ever hear the old ladies talking about tell you don't do something while you pregnant because you'll mark that child?
Yeah.
Right.
That's what they're telling you. You had a power to influence fetal development from the power of the mind. Right? So if a man and a woman agree to produce a child, they can sit down and describe the child they want to produce between the two of them. Right? You want a high functioning, physically healthy child. You can pick the gender and all that before y'all ever decide to start trying to make a baby. But let's say that she's pregnant, she don't know what she's having, and you still want to fine tune the baby to only work on mental capacity, right? And physical fitness. You want a strong, healthy child with high mental ability, right? But then you start studying what does it take to bring that out of a child too, right? So we know from studying this that classical music, specifically Beethoven, and brings out the genius in the developing fetus. This has been proven in science.
Yeah,
and also, so it's also been proven that Beethoven's music causes plants to grow healthier, stronger. And we also know that Beethoven's music in fetuses, in adolescent children, facilitate their learning process and help them navigate learning curves at a more rapid rate. So this is just through adding one thing to the development of the child. The next thing we got to understand is the mother is going to be the most powerful force on the developing fetus. Once she understands that, and whatever characteristics that she most annoy you with is the one she's going to embed in the child. Right? So she got to be foreknowing this going in, and she have to have a constant dialogue for that trait not to show up. right? So she's saying that, no, my child not going to be like this. No, my child not going to behave that way. No, my son or my daughter not going to have disrespect for the opposite gender just because of their gender, right? She's talking to the child. She's instilling rules, and she's engaging the child in pregnancy, right? Now, the father can do it too, but only if the mother is not in the process will it cross over. Like, so let's say you wide the fuck awoke, and she ain't woke at all. You better start talking to your unborn through telepathy. Because she's not going to be communicating to him in what you call a coherent, functional manner. So he's going to be picking up mixed signals all day. That's why all these children are born with all these disorders now. All it means is that we not controlling the children we bring into the world. We bringing in the world whatever happened. Right? But we didn't used to do that. Right? So when we know what we want in our children, you got to make sure, like, for instance, it's more likely that 2 5-foot parents will produce a 7-foot child than 2 7-foot parents. Crazy, ain't it?
Right.
Whereas it's more likely that 2 7-foot parents to produce a 5 to 6'5" child average. Right? Because that's called the cross section of DNA. Right? So when you understand that these things matter, you can influence the DNA to upgrade in real time. Right? So you notice that a lot of the people who used to be glued to their phones, their children glued to their phones. They got phones at 3 years old because they can't live without a phone. Because their mama couldn't live without a phone. All while she was pregnant, all she did was text and tried to hawk down her baby daddy. Right? But in the reality of, if they understood the responsibility of the parents, even though he might not be there, he out doing something to benefit the home. And she's confident enough that he out there doing something to benefit the home to the degree where she can focus on psychological well-being of an unborn child, emotional well-being of an unborn child. Then when it comes time to give birth, don't just spit the baby out, cut the cord. That's not how that's supposed to work. You're not supposed to cut the cord till the mother's milk tell the placenta to separate from the uterus. This is creating a circuit between the mother and the child, which also balances the emotional body of the child instantly. So you don't have a cranky baby. And then when you leaving with somebody, say, you got the best baby. What you do while you was pregnant to make your baby come out so good? But that can be affected in that one act of allowing the colostrum to tell the baby's digestive system to send the enzymes through the umbilical cord to release the placenta. The whole process is dealing with chakra number 3. Right? And chakra number 3 is tying to the silver cord of the mother through the umbilical cord. Right? So when you understand in the science of the fetal development, the mother's communication with the child, both unborn and born, you get to create a more holistic environment to bring the children up in. And that's how your mama know, like, something wrong with my baby. And she calling you and you trying to fight. Your phone blowing up because it's your mama won't stop calling you to see what you're doing. I'm about to whoop this nigga ass. Mama, quit calling me. You about to get, I'm trying to go get in this, But no, or you about to go do a stick up. But your mama keep blowing your phone up. I can't even go in here and rob motherfucker. My phone keep blowing up. How the fuck your mama know? Mitochondrial synapse. The mitochondrial frequency is a radio wave of love energy. As long as she love you enough, she gonna be able to read all of the dirt you doing or all of the good you doing, and she's not doing it with her conscious mind. It's coming from the heart. It's the heart connection. Right. So now we dealing with what's that? The 4th chakra.
Yeah.
Solar plexus.
Yeah. Like,
Right?
the solar
And that's how. So look. So this how your mama and her having a full-fledged conversation about you using your heart chakra as a jump station.
Right.
Your mama is saying to her what type of woman she need to be to keep you. But your mama ain't gonna just tell it to anybody.
Right, right.
Right? They gotta match the frequency in the heart.
Right.
And when you see certain stuff, it's gonna get your attention. Like, damn, it's like somebody picked this girl for me. How the fuck she know that I like red beans and rice and I ain't told her? This is the best goddamn red bean, you know. How she know? You know, how she know I didn't give a fuck about no holidays? How did she know? Now she making me give a fuck about these motherfuckers. I'm starting to see more than the pagan association with the disgruntled minds of the oppressed trying to fend off the oppressor by attacking the holidays. And I get to see it a little different now. You know how I see it now? Every excuse to bring the family together and have a party, goddamn it, take advantage of it. Because if we don't come together and laugh together,
parties because leave it to the family, it won't be none.
Facts.
It was my mother's birthday. Yep.
Set that shit off like Vivica. Like Vivica A. Fox set it off. This is what we used to do this is where the Mardi Gras celebration is a family march. It started with a particular family. If you go back to well, you won't be able to get back that far in their written history. But the original Mardi Gras festival started from a family that used to do dress up and walk and parade through the town.
What? That's what?
Look, every major city, the training ground to in order to reach 3 generations is New Orleans. It's a city. I'll be telling you, half of New Orleans is underwater.
I always wanted to go. I never gotta go.
Yeah. So
no.
Here, check this out. This was all them people that don't believe that these motherfuckers sunk our cities. Watch this.
70% connected to iPhone. Our
This is Dabu 7. We have word out of New Orleans that there is the potential for an underwater city to be sitting there some 50 miles off the coast of St. Bernard in the region of New Orleans. Now they're saying that amateur archaeologists, fishermen, all these people that have been in the area are all saying the same thing. It's something weird is happening out here. They believe that this is a city that dates back to 12,000 years ago. They're stating that this region is showing proof of having buildings on the site. And if this is true, then this could date back to 12,000 years ago when that region had dry land instead of the water that you see now in the Gulf of Mexico. So this is right around an area called the Chandelier Island, out in the Gulf of Mexico, east of New Orleans, where these granite slabs and rocks have been discovered. One thing is for certain, there is something there.
So they was blowing our cities up.
Something there.
Look, I be telling people, when I tell you I know what I'm talking about, I know what I'm talking about.
We listen to everything, like tell us more, because listen, we really sat down one night and we was like, all right, we got to make a timeline. But the way how you just give us a download, it be right on time. As soon as
she was like, yeah, we got to make a timeline. Like a couple of days later, you dropped the timeline video. I was cracking up. I'm like,
I think
now we don't even got to drop no timeline anymore.
I was looking up J. Edgar Hoover, shit like that, and then